Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Math Monday. I'm Julie Newberry, fourth grade teacher here at Cloverleaf Elementary School, and we are going to be doing Math Monday a little bit different tonight. I had several meetings after school today, and I could not film a video before leaving school, so I'm just going to sit here at my kitchen table, and I'm going to give you some examples of some things that we are working on in fourth grade right now. One of our measurement standards is that students will be able to find the area and the perimeter of a shape given some of the measurements. So let's look at this first one. We are going to find the area of this figure, and you guys know that area is found by multiplying the length times the width. This is a pretty basic problem. Students know that they are going to write the formula, area equals length times width, and then they're going to fill it in. The length of this figure is 9 inches times the width of the figure, 4 inches. And 9 times 4 is 36 inches squared. When you are finding area, the units will be square units because we are actually measuring it two different directions and of this two-dimensional figure. So our answer will always be in square units, which can be written inches squared or square inches. Now, the difference in area and perimeter is when you are finding the distance around the outside of something. Much like if you were going to put a fence around your yard, you would need to know the perimeter of your yard so you would know how much fencing that you would need. The difference in that and area is the middle. So a real life example of finding area would be if you were trying to tile your floor, or if you were trying to determine how much carpet you need for a room in your house. So that's the difference in the middle versus the perimeter, which is the outside. So the perimeter is determined by adding up all of the distance around the outside. So this is a rectangle. Therefore, if this is 9 inches on this side, then this is 9 inches on this side as well. If this is 4 inches, then this side is also 4 inches. So ultimately, we are just going to add up 18 plus 8, which I am getting from the 9 and 9 is 18, 4 and 4 is 8. 8 plus 8 is 16. I would regroup, and that would be 26. So 26 inches total around the outside of this figure versus 36 square inches for the middle. All right, so another way that the kids are asked when to find perimeter is they give them the perimeter and then they ask them for one of the measurements of the sides. For example, in this question, the perimeter would be equal to 18 inches, and they would tell them that the length is 6 inches, and we would be trying to determine the width. So that would be what is in question. So as we said before, if this side is 6 inches, then we know this side is also 6 inches. So far of our 18 inches, we have already determined 12. So we would have 6 inches left, but we have two sides that this 6 inches would have to be split evenly between. So 6 divided by 2 is 3 inches. So then now we know this is 3 inches. Sorry guys, it's hard to write and pay attention to where I'm pointing the camera. Doing a pretty bad job there. So that side is 3 inches. So the final answer is the width of our shape is 3 inches. So there you go. Now, this one is a little bit more complicated when we have a shape that has two parts and we have to find the area of the total shape here. This side we know is 10. So if we break this into two separate pieces, boy, that's about the straightest dotted line I've ever made. Sorry, y'all. If we break this into two separate pieces, then we can find the area of each and then just combine them. Okay, so area equals length times width. We're going to do this one first. Area equals 10 for the length times 3. Area equals 30 inches squared. So this one is 30 inches squared. Now to find this one, it gets to be a little bit trickier because we haven't been given the measurements of the smaller space in this figure. But if we know that it's 10 all the way across, and from here to here is 8, then the rest of the way would have to be 2, because 8 and 2 is 10. So we know this is 2 inches. And then if this distance is 10 inches, from here to here would be 3. So the rest of the way to 10 would be 7. You just imagine that if this were carried on down, that this whole thing would be 7 if this whole thing over here is 10. So this one is 7 inches. So now we have the measurements of our smaller piece. So then we would just do area equals length times width again. Area equals 2 times 7. And area equals 14 inches squared. All right, so we're still not done, because to find the area of the entire shape, we have to combine these two. So 30 plus 14 is 44 inches squared. So that makes the total area of our shape 44 inches squared. And I'm sorry guys, I'm like looking through my phone and trying to write this, which is pretty difficult to do, but when I started trying to look without looking through the camera, then I was like all off here and you couldn't see anything. But there you go guys, there are some different varieties of questions that would be asked about area and perimeter. Just the basic, find the area, find the perimeter. When given the area or given the perimeter, you have to either find the length or the width. And then we have area as additive, where they have two separate pieces that have to be figured out separately and then put back together for the total area. So there you go, guys. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to ask. And yep, like most moms, I can't find anything in my house right now. So I just used an envelope to show my math work tonight. I didn't want you guys to miss Math Monday and not have a video posted. So we just did the best we can. Y'all have a great Monday night, and stay tuned Wednesday for our new mystery reader, and be on the lookout for that. The kids are getting very excited about the mystery readers, and we don't know who it's going to be this week. So make sure to check back Wednesday for the mystery reader. Thanks, guys. Good night.